Every property has a story to tell. So I'd like you to turn back the clock in your mind to the year 1928. Not much was developed up here in the Muirlands. It was just getting started. The ocean views were a little bit greater as the trees weren't quite developed, but imagine building this palatial, almost 6,000 square foot Monterey style home, and the parties that were had, the weddings that occurred outdoor right here by this pool and the patio area. Truly, this is a place where you were to be seen and be seen, and it still is today. So just enjoy the views, take in the pool, the gardens, the grounds, the guest house. It's really a fantastic place. I can't wait to show you inside. This is Kurt Yulee-Kinsey, and I'm here with Melanie Albers, and she's the listing agent for 6730 Muirlands. And I hope you're enjoying the tour through the house. And Melanie's going to tell us a little bit about the history. Hi, Melanie.
Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely.
So this house was one of the first homes here in the Muirlands neighborhood of La Jolla.
Right.
The Muirlands development was started by Mr. Muir back in the early 20s. He bought this whole side of the hill and then worked with Edgar Ulrich, the famous architect, to really plot out the lots throughout the area. This home was built in 1929, and, I'm sorry.
28?
Actually, 1928.
Okay.
It was built in 1928, and then because of the market crash in 1929, the home went into receivership and to the bank, and then many years later, when the market rebounded again, it was then purchased again, and a family moved in, and then development for the rest of the Muirlands started up again.
Isn't that interesting? Because it's such a grand estate. And you could tell that everything was going great, and then boom, the stock market crash. It changed the lives of many. And Molly and I were just discussing that the Muirlands kind of halted all of the building for 30 years. I mean, they kind of a smattering here and there, but 30 years. And so things started happening again in the 1950s. And as you go through the neighborhood, you'll see that there was a lot of the California ranch style architecture as well.
Yeah, and they're especially just down the hill.
Right.
But one big thing was, I think that's different about this house and the house next door is it was originally owned by, or not originally, the second family to own it. They owned both of these lots here. So this lot is actually 1.5 size lots of what Ulrich had originally laid out.
Right, and he was a naturist, so he really was into landscaping and making sure that the houses fit with the terrain of the properties as well. And we're over half an acre, right?
Yeah, just over half an acre.
Right,
yes.
And stunning ocean views, as you can see. Grand place for parties at the pool, weddings.
Weddings, they had a wedding for over 300 people down in the grassy lawn, which is so unusual to have this close into town and the beach, to have that large of a grass lawn.
So we're 5,994 square feet. What is your favorite room in this house?
This room that we're in right now, the living room, I just love it because it still has the integrity of the old colonial Monterey style, but it has all the bright windows and just looking out to the view and the pool. It's really my favorite.
Tell me about the kitchen. We've got a very special kitchen in this house.
The kitchen was done in the early 2000s by Clive Christian.
Okay.
And which is the famous kitchen designer out of Beverly Hills with offices in Paris, London, all around the world. So it's absolutely gorgeous with the gorgeous chandeliers and teak countertops, and so I can't wait for you to see that.
And how many bedrooms do we have inside the house?
Inside the house we have 4 total bedrooms,
okay.
Including 2 huge master suites.
Right, and that master suite is great, and they both have amazing views out to the ocean, to the west.
Both amazing views, and both have big sitting rooms as well.
Right, and there's a basement.
And there is a small little basement.
Okay.
Just like any house built back then.
Yeah.
Due ties to the Midwest, I guess.
And so there's a 3-car garage, which was actually been very unusual in 1928. Is that something that's been added?
That's been added. So the original, there's a 1-car garage that was the original garage, and then the separate garage that has 2 more cars plus a bit more room.
Right.
That was added later on.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, whoever did the design, I don't know if it's the current owner or not, did a fantastic job of tying in the architectural style of that Monterey classic home.
Absolutely.
For sure.
It really looks like it was originally built this way.
Right. Now, the office that we saw, was that also included as a bedroom, or is that a separate office?
That is
in
a
den?
separate office and
Okay.
den. Yes.
So
separate
that
office.
heavy panel, that's just as so
Honduras
rich.
mahogany.
Yes,
Yeah,
Honduras.
Gorgeous.
Wow, that's fantastic. So tell our viewers maybe one other thing that they wouldn't know just walking through the house that you would know of.
Well, I love the they're hidden little secret rooms. There's a hidden wet bar in the office, and there's another hidden, all the brains of the house are in another hidden door. And then going through there is an elevator.
Oh, there's an elevator.
There's an elevator that's hidden away, but it goes
Does it
to
still
all the
work?
levels. It's brand new and works perfectly. And then just, I think I love on the outside, they're all separate little areas.
Right.
You could choose it every day of the week. You could sit and have coffee in a different little secret garden.
Right.
So.
And Muirlands, we also learned today that Muirlands was the first road that provided automobile access to the top of the mountain here. And so that being said, parking's kind of a difficult thing in most places, but not here.
Not here. Big, huge driveway.
Big, huge driveway. You've got the circular shape coming in, the extra parking in front of the garage. It's truly a one-of-a-kind classic estate. Melanie, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful home. Tell our viewers the best way to reach you.
The best way to reach us is Melanie Albers, Coldwell Banker Global Luxury Real Estate, 858-729-4431.
One more time on the phone number.
858-729-4431.
And I'm Kurt Yulee Kinsey, La Jolla's Man About Town. Have a great day. We hope you enjoyed your tour of the home.